Hi everybody and welcome back to Guitar Lab. We have a pretty ambitious rewiring modification for this Strat to do today, and I think you'll enjoy it, so let's get started. This Strat has gone through many modifications over the years. It started life as I think it's a 2000 or 2001 made in Mexico Strat. It was the midnight blue color, which I was kind of not a big fan of, but I wound up getting the guitar kind of on a trade with a buddy of mine many years ago. And I've never really played it all that much. So, I don't know, about 3 months ago on eBay, I bought this Tobacco Burst 3-tone body, which is just absolutely gorgeous. So I just switched out the body, but when I did that, I have my white Strat has a series modification where you can have either the middle and the lead pickup in series or the middle and the neck pickup in series. Absolutely love the modification. So when I did that, I thought, well, I'm going to try something a little bit different. There's another YouTube site up called Breja Tonework, which I'll leave in the link in the description below. If you don't follow him, he's awesome. He takes you through a whole bunch of wiring scenarios for Strats and for Les Pauls. But what I did was I tried his blender pot modification. So on this guitar, it has the standard tone, the standard volume, standard tone, and this is a blender option. So when it's disengaged like it is right now, and you're on lead pickup only, it's like a regular Strat. Helps even better if I have volume on. However, if you turn that and deflect it all the way to the other direction, this way, it turns in this pickup. So now we have these two, and they're in series. And you'll hear it sounds a little more volume, a little more meat to it, kind of like a humbucker is. The thing I don't like about this modification is it only sounds good in both maximum deflections, either direction. So right now it's at full, so you start to turn it a little bit, hear how much the volume went down, and that's just like going maybe one number across. So all of the in-between tones are pretty flat until like now you can hear it, it's coming up the other side, going back into just the bridge pickup until it's back up. So, love series modification to Strat, not so much of a fan of the blender pot. So today my intention is to replace the volume with an S-1 Fender Switch, so it'll be click on, click off, so I can completely engage or completely disengage it. And because it starts to sound a little on the muddy side when you're on the full series, I have an old Fender TBX tone control that I have had in a box for years and never used it. We're going to replace this knob with the TBX tone control. So that'll give you the ability to dial back some of that mud and hopefully still sound pretty good. So I drew up wiring diagrams a couple of weeks ago. I just never got around to doing this project yet. So here we go. Let's try. I would be so mad at myself if I damaged the finish on this guitar because I absolutely love it.
I really need to do an instructional video on how to solder and do stuff like that. I think that would be much more helpful to people than just watching me do it. This is really not that difficult, and it can be learned rather easily. That gold foil you see there I added, that's for shielding. It helps cut down on hum single coil 60 cycle hum. Right to the right there, you can see my Motorola Nexus 6 that I modified in my other video. I set the screen timer on it to 30 minutes so I can have like a picture of a wiring diagram or whatever up so that I can just watch it as I go here. I will post the wiring diagram to what I did here in the video description below. What I'm doing here is a bench test. I'm going to, I connected a 1/4 inch jack into my amplifier, brought it over, used alligator clips to connect that then up to the positive and negative on the pick guard, and you can hear it hum. Make sure everything's working correctly before you screw it all together and find out it's wrong. I believe that's got it. This is the part of this process that I genuinely hate the most. Trying to cram all this stuff that you just did into the control cavity without damaging anything or breaking anything that you just did. Let's see if we can improve this a little bit from the menagerie I have going on here. Okay, let's have another go at this now. I think this is going to be all right. Alexa, stop. Left or right, that's where it is. Anxious to hear this. Everything looks good.
Well, it's finally done. It took quite a while, longer than I expected today, but it's completely done. Have the S-1 Switch here. We have the Fender TBX tone control. That's the one where, I don't know if you're not familiar with it, you turn it one way and it is a passive bass cut, and in the middle it's a no load, and the other direction it's a standard tone control where it limits the higher frequencies. So right now I have the volume wide open, this tone wide open. This only engages when you have the series system on as well. So this is with series disengaged, just on the bridge pickup, normal Stratocaster. And then you can engage this. Now we have these two in series. That actually sounds pretty good just like that, but now with the TBX tone control, you can turn that in. I'll go full deflection on it. Subtle, but decent difference. I like that. Go the other way, it's going to limit the bottom end, or rather the top end. Go back to center on that. There. I saw somebody online referring to that as a virtual Les Paul. I won't go that far, but it's certainly, I've never been a fan of the bridge pickup on a Strat anyway. That really makes it a much more versatile guitar. It sounds really good with, especially if you start kicking in the distortion. So let's run through it. Okay, back to regular Strat. This is disengaged, center, wide open tone. The standard Eric Clapton in between tone, the middle, these two in parallel, and then just the neck. So we already did this one. This is these two rather in series. I think this is the same. Like the only thing I was concerned about was getting them in series. The in between positions I don't think make a difference. This one I was surprised is nothing, I think. Yeah. So I could do a little Randy Rhoads here. Not quite as smooth as that, but then into position 4, which, like I said, I think position 4 and 5 are the same. 1 and 2 are the same on this configuration. Now this is all the way forward in position 5. These two in series. And again, that still works. The TBX only works when they're on series mode. That's wide open, middle, and all the way bass. That's way too muddy. Oh man, that sounds good though. Very happy with this. And again, I will post my wiring diagram in the description below. I'll go through and make sure I post everything I've used in doing this today. My soldering iron, the neck stand, so in case you guys want to check anything out. So I know this has been a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.